Well, welcome back. We got a 2005 Chevy Suburban. This is actually my vehicle. I just bought this not very long ago. So there's going to be a whole series of videos on this as I go through it and fix what needs to be fixed, change all the fluids out. This one in particular is about a noisy pulley on the front of the engine. I'm going to show you how I determined which one it was, and we're gonna switch it out. So I don't know if you can, hopefully you can hear that on camera, but you hear that chirping. It's one of the front pulleys. It's kind of hard to tell which one it is. I already used a screwdriver trick, putting a long screwdriver against the front pulleys and listening. Couldn't really tell which one it was. I had an idea, and I believe it's the tensioner pulley up here. You can kind of see down in there. I'm going to show you one of the other tricks that I use. This is a spray bottle, just some water. I'm going to spray the back of that pulley. I'm not going to hit the belt. I'm just going to spray the pulley, and hopefully you'll hear the difference when I spray this. You heard that. You hear that difference, and that's how I can tell I got the right pulley. So initially I get that squeak out of it, but then the squeak is gone. That's another little trick that you can use sometimes to tell which pulley is making the noise. So that bearing in that pulley is going bad, so I'm going to replace that tensioner pulley on this. I'm going to have to take this top cover off. This is an 8mm bolt that holds it on. Just need to get that out of the way to get to this pulley, because we need to get this off. Just set that aside. We got a hose clamp or clamp on either end of this air inlet. This has to come out. Just got to get it out of the way. So here's that tensioner pulley that we need to get to. We're just going to put a wrench on it, loosen it up, slide it off the front of that. Try to show you without breaking anything. I'm jamming my wrench in there. There we go. We'll just leave the belt where it is. So this is the pulley that's making all the noise, and we're going to take this, replace it. Like I said, it's a 15mm. I think I can get my small impact on that to get it off of there. If not, we'll just do it by hand. I've got my small short impact on there, and a wobble actually socket. There you go, it comes right off. That's a good shot I just gave you of that hose. So there it is, basically. Not much to it. I've got the old pulley here, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Kind of, you can hear it, as opposed to the new one, which is much quieter. Doesn't really make any noise. So this is a Gates pulley 38009 for this particular truck. There's two tensioners on this truck. There's two belts. One's for the air conditioning accessories, one's for the main drive. This is the main drive pulley. Pulley there. Try to do this with one hand and hold the camera with the other. Need to get a new mount. This mount's not quite tall enough. Truck especially. Start it by hand, make sure it's in. We'll run that right in there. Tighten it up. Alright, so I'm just going to put the inlet for the air back on. Hook it up to the air box here. Front of the throttle body. Tighten the clamps back up on it. These are 8mm. I think I said that in the beginning, but just in case I didn't. Put the cover back on. Another 8mm bolt. Just slides into the back. Line it up. Set it down here. that's pretty much it. You can get the whole tensioner for this. I didn't get it in this case. They just didn't have it at the time. High mileage, not a bad idea to replace that tensioner. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't think I have any issues with it. Doesn't seem to be a problem. So I just replaced the pulley, but you can replace the whole tensioner mechanism as well. I have seen them, not on this particular motor, but I have seen them break. I have seen them where they seize up and snap right off. When I replace both of these, this idler pulley, and I'll show you later the tensioner pulley, the whole tensioner mechanism actually for the air conditioner compressor. First we're just going to take the serpentine belt off. Get that out of the way, and this is a 15 millimeter. Okay. Real simple, one bolt. New one here. Start it by hand. Okay, that's it for that one. Now I've got to go to this bottom tensioner pulley. I'll have to show you that. Alright, so my arm's probably going to be in the way for a lot of this, but this pulley right here, that's what we're going to get off of there. I'm going to come in here with a gun, a small gun, and get to this bolt. Missed it. Thought I had it, but I didn't. Missed it twice. Come on. There we go. There's one of them. Off of there. There you go. There's one. Let's see if we can get some. There we go. Well, that was fun. Just trying to get the right combination there to break it loose. Man, a wobble extension on a wobble socket. Just get enough to get around that stuff. To get at that one bolt. It's just hard to get at. Okay. Get my gun done here. That was fun. Actually not too bad, just a little difficult to get at it. There it is. See if I can show you the number here, just sneak it in on you. There's a Gates part number for the tensioner pulley for the AC compressor, 38159. Made in Canada, not China. Yeah, it's pretty beat. I'll just show you this real quick and maybe you'll hear this. If you hear how worn that is, it's just worn out. There's a technical service bulletin on these tensioners for it's really about the AC. You see the stop right here, and you see how it's lined up with the edge of that stop. All right, let's see if I can move it. But it's tight, it's pretty heavy. See how it moves? There's something called slugging, AC compressor slugging, that happens on these particular models sometimes where the oil, it sits for long periods of time, the oil and refrigerant will get down in the compressor and it kind of bogs it down and it beats these up, and what happens is this, instead of being in line with this edge, let's see if I can say this, see this edge right here, that stop should be right in line, it eats into that and it ends up in past the stop. If you see that, that means your air conditioner compressor has that slugging problem where it's really hammering this tensioner, and it needs to be probably taken apart and replaced. But this one's fine. The stop is right where it should be, which I'm glad to see. So we're just going to replace it. Get it started. It's probably, I'm trying to work around the camera here. I've got it mounted so you can see it, but of course it's right in my way. So let's see if we can work around it here. Working blind. Can't even see it. There it is. I start these always by hand. It's going into aluminum. It's going into aluminum brackets, so we're going to make sure we line them up correctly. You don't want to cross thread these. Alright, get the other one tightened up too. I don't really know how much of this you can see because I'm right on top of the camera. Probably push it so you can't see anything. We'll see. Trying to get enough light too. It's kind of hard. Bad position here. So I'll show you the part number for the idler pulley as well, which is up here. Gates. Gates part, so I'll show it to you. 36299. And right there at the bottom, made in Canada. Okay, that's it. We'll just put this belt back on. Actually, we're going to put two belts on. So this, you can see down here, there's a rear belt, just runs around the crankshaft, that idler pulley, and the AC compressor. We're going to put that belt back on, and then we're going to put this front belt back on the main drive belt, and that's it. Well, that's pretty much it. Started out with one pulley, one tensioner pulley that I knew was bad, and ended up replacing both tensioner pulleys and the idler pulley. No big deal. Pretty easy job to do. They needed to be replaced. They're squeaking, but you could actually hear them and see on the lower tensioner for the air compressor how it was. I could move it around in my hand. It was so worn out. So it's a good thing. Easy job. If you're going to do all three of these, you can do it probably in under half an hour. I hope the video helps you out. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, subscribe below. Thanks for watching.